Alright, it's Pat, Army of Wives, back in the car, back with another little video. And yeah, the subject will probably just be about the weather. Good old British people, we love to talk about the weather, don't we? But you see, I think Britain has been one of the primary weather control destinations of the whole world. I mean, they do it all over Europe, they do it in the Americas, probably do it in Asia as well. It's probably global, but I don't think that the schizophrenic weather in this country is natural. So, in fact, I know it's not, because I've got eyes to see, and I know a lot of people like to pretend this isn't real, but I don't see how you can pretend it's not real. Chemtrails, those sprays in the sky, they've been all about. Some days, on those nice, bright blue, sunny days when it's a bit clearer, they're not in the sky. It's like those scumbags who fly those planes have got the days off. But most days there's chemtrails, and most days there's unnatural cloud cover in this country, and we've had a particularly humid but cold, if that's possible, summer. The weather's been atrocious this year, and the weather control is it's a real thing, and I really would like more people to know about it, because it's one of the greatest problems we face, all this pollution that comes down in these chemtrails, and then they're manipulating it with their energy weapons that they like to keep hidden. The same ones that took the Twin Towers down, so I'm really hitting the truth bombs now. A lot of people think about the Twin Towers, to go off on a little side tangent. Most people these days who have got a brain switched on know that the official story was a crock, but a lot of people think that it was controlled demolitions. It wasn't. It was an energy weapon that basically very quickly just fried the whole building. And if you watch footage of the Twin Towers being crumbled down, because they weren't knocked down, they were like disintegrated into nothing. It was like metal and concrete suddenly getting turned into dust. And the only thing that explains that is having some direct energy weapons. If you go and do the research, you will find out there was a hurricane. This is why they're connected. There was a hurricane that was building going towards New York for 4 days before the Twin Towers came down. And just as that hurricane was as close as it could possibly be to the New York coastline without it being an issue, and then Twin Towers get knocked down, and then the hurricane veered off and did a 90-degree angle and went back around the coast. And I would say that is part of what they were doing. So, and these wildfires now we hear about in Hawaii, and you can see pictures of cars completely burnt out, completely frazzled. Natural fires won't do that, they just won't. So it's clear evidence they're using these energy weapons, and all this technology is being kept highly hidden. It's been around long time, but they've kept it hidden. That's what the world wars were about. World War I, World War II was all about covering up lost history, the old history, the old world. Look at a lot of these old classic buildings, these old cathedrals and stuff. No one could build those these days. So I'm going off on a few subjects, but it's all to do with weather control. And the weather and the weather control is what we can see in the modern day. They're doing it. It was freezing this morning, and now the clouds have cleared. It's like boiling again, and it's just madness, absolute madness. So I do think more people need to get aware of this. The more people that get aware, we might be able to start actually getting these chemtrails things stopped. And we could restore a lot more clarity to the weather, and people wouldn't be so depressed because they get enough sunlight then. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you don't believe me, that's fine, but it is the truth. And I don't lie on this channel where I can help it. I might, if I do tell a porcupine, it's because I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, and I might make a mistake. But I do try and drop it like the truth. It really is the truth. And the people that want to label so-called conspiracy theorists as nut jobs and that, well, the real nut jobs are the ones that trust all these parasite controllers, like evidently by the whole snake venom rollout. Those companies, Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, they're all, I mean, you trust those over you trust some crazy person like me. Well, the proof is in the pudding. Look at everyone limping around these days in terrible health. Look at all the people that have got fast aggressive cancer now since the snake bite. You know, if you're not beginning to wake up at least by now, you probably never will. But this channel's not for those people. This channel's for the people that are slightly clued up and either just want to hear the truth again validated to themselves, or hear some things that they didn't know, and then they can go and research it for themselves. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll catch you again soon.